Hello, and a warm welcome to everyone tuning into Boardroom Beats, proudly presented by SME Venture and CXO Experts. I am Prasad Patkar, editor at large at SME Venture and CXO Experts, and today we are in for an enlightening session on the role of leadership in cybersecurity. We are joined by a luminary in the world of cybersecurity, Mr. Ambarish Singh, the Chief Information Security Officer at Godrej Boyce. Ambarish is a maestro in navigating the intricate world of digital threats and defenses. And it's not just about the tech that we're talking about, it's the art of strategy and foresight. Mr. Ambarish, fantastic to have you with us today. Let's deep dive into the conversation. I would say not a Q&A, but a conversation because there are a lot of things which I want to learn from you. So can we begin?
Yeah, thanks Prasad for having me here. Probably I'm just looking for a great conversation.
Thanks. Amrish sir, before we jump into our first question, I want to go a little off syllabus. I have to ask this. With all these awards, especially the recent CISO of the Year award, how are you managing space in your trophy cabinet? I mean, I hope we are not reaching a point where you need a separate room for all these awards.
No, I think it keeps us on the right track. You feel that probably recognition by the industry, whatever we are doing, it's a right path, and you get motivated further. Your team gets motivated further because whatever we get right, it's the outcome of the team effort.
Indeed. Okay. Congratulations once again. So let's move on to the conversation that we're going to have. The first segment is about the leadership in cybersecurity. And to kick things off, Mr. Ambarish, could you shed some light on your leadership approach in steering the cybersecurity ship, considering your perspective must be particularly interesting considering the myriad challenges that you have faced and conquered?
Yeah, so I think leadership in any domain, right? Any sector, the certain qualities remain same. Okay, but if we look at the cybersecurity, there are three, four main areas. Probably I have been practicing. I have been following it. Probably I got great amount of success also. One is you want to be leader in any field. You have to be a great people person, people leader. It means you are able to understand your team's requirement. You are able to take care of them. If you are able to take care of your team, they will take care of your work, right? First thing. Second thing, as a cybersecurity leader, if you look at, we keep talking about people, process, technology, right? The people part I talked about, you should understand the technology, not at a very, very depth level. If you are able to understand everything at depth level, nothing like it. But even if you are not able to understand something at depth, probably you have the overall understanding of the various technologies, so that you are able to guide your team why we need this and why we are doing this. Okay. Third thing is you should be master of the processes. It means you know the how to bridge the gap between people, process, and technology. Okay. And fourth thing, which is very important, is you should be able to bridge the gap between leadership and the team. Okay. You're driving any cybersecurity program, right? If you do not have the support of top management, a program will fail. You might get early success, but sooner or later, a lot of programs will fail. So you have to manage the change well in the organization, and you should become the change champion. Whatever the change you want to bring from the cybersecurity perspective, you have to drive. Otherwise, nobody else is going to drive. Probably people have their own priorities, right? How to get your priority into the people's priority is the one of the art probably as a cybersecurity leader we need to learn.
Excellent. I mean, what happens in this entire discussion about leadership in cybersecurity is we tend to forget the basics. I mean, people, processes, bridging the gap between the team and the management. And considering your expertise, you have elaborated it so well. Moving on, uh, reflecting on your career, and let's move on a little bit into the strategy side. I'm curious. Uh, I want to be the fly on the wall or a little inside perspective from it. That one pivotal decision or strategy in your career that you believe significantly fortified your organization's cybersecurity, a decision that perhaps even surprised you with its effectiveness.
Yeah, so if you take it one thing, naturally it's not one thing, but if I could
Yeah.
think one, probably what I have been practicing is the how to manage the change well. Okay.
Okay.
You want to drive the
Okay.
culture, you want to bring the culture of, see, people feel that you go to cybersecurity, they'll say no. I want to drive a culture where we move from NO to KNO. No. It means you are letting people know why you are doing it. What is the rationale behind it? If you are able to communicate, over communicate, you are able to put those points across, probably your job becomes easier. Okay. At times, what I've seen is you just see, okay, now we have to do this, we have to do this, without understanding that whether people understand why you are doing this. Right. So that is what I think, that is the one key point probably I've been practicing, due to which I feel that I got great amount of success. Okay. And keep telling people in my team, whenever you are talking to anybody, right, any user, understand user point of view. Okay. Make him understand. It will take some time because you need to tell so many people time and again. Okay. Communicate well and just tell them why you are doing it. It is for you. It is for the user we are doing it, right? It is for the business we are here. Okay. If you are able to put across, probably our 70% job is done. Anybody can deploy any tools and technology, right? People will not understand why we are doing, but still they will do it because somebody has said that we have to do it this way. If they are convinced that this is for me and cybersecurity is there for me to help, probably our job become easier, and that is where the probably we see, right? People are moving from customer experience to customer delight. Okay, that is the only difference.
Correct, correct. You emphasized on culture. I must say that there is we have a tendency to say that they say culture is strategy for breakfast. So how do you bake, cybersecurity in the very culture of an organization? Considering from your wealth of expertise, any insights or tactics of how an organization can truly embody a cyber security ethos, a culture?
So to do that, probably as a leader, we need to understand our business well, our organization well. How do we operate? What people think? What is people mindset? What they have been doing so far? What kind of business we are? What kind of business you are doing, right? And everybody in the manufacturing, so what you are manufacturing, what kind of customer you are having, right? If you understand that well, okay, then you can craft your awareness program around it for the each and every kind of user, from the leadership, user, and probably it's very important to connect to the people, those are working on the plants at a ground level. Okay, because they don't have time to think about cybersecurity, right? So you to understand the cybersecurity from all the three angles. You need to deploy technology, build the processes, and enhance the awareness. And to do that, you have multiple tools, like you can have a gamified version of e-module, cybersecurity quiz, connect to the people, run a short quiz, embrace them, provide them opportunity so that they can connect you at any given point of time. And they have the build that confidence that user have, that they can reach out to any time. Okay. So that you have various channels open for them to reach out to you. If you are easily approachable, reachable, probably they will feel that you are part of the team.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the session, you mentioned about cybersecurity. You spoke about people, processes, customers, but also about the business. So I want to come to balancing the business goals. Uh, Amrish sir, in a world like today's world, speed is the key. So how do you balance robust cybersecurity with the need for business agility and innovation? You have to find that sweet spot where the entire cybersecurity architecture complements your agility rather than hindering. I mean, this balance is very crucial, but often it becomes very elusive. So how do you manage to do that?
Yeah, but believe me, I think it takes a lot of time, a lot of understanding of the business. And over a period of time, what we have seen is probably once we are able to get into the business, right? And you are able to tell them what is your requirement, what you are doing, and why you are doing. Okay. So businesses will approach you. I want to take this project. Okay. What is the cybersecurity requirement? And I think that is what we have achieved in the last 2-3 years at Godrej Boyce. Okay. If they start thinking about any project, or they want to build any application, they want to go on SaaS, they want to build application by external party or internal, they reach out to us. Okay, this is my requirement. What are your requirement? From the That's why I think we have been able to communicate that security by design and defense in depth. Okay, so I think somehow, and I cannot say that it's 100%, it's a journey, but at least I can say confidently say that I think 70%, 80% of our whatever we envisage, we thought through, we will achieve one day. Probably we are say 60-70% we are there, and that is where rather than they are coming at the last moment, right? Where generally come, you do VAPT, and then we say I'll take 2 months, 1.5 months to get this entire thing completed, and they start saying that okay, this will delay my go to okay go to production. And if you are in the game from the start itself, they know that this amount of time probably we need to cater for in overall project plan. Okay, and if they are following from the day one the secure guidelines, secure coding practices, your VAPT journey becomes shorter. Okay, and that is where, and plus you start using certain technology probably to help them to fast track the a lot of security aspects what you look at from the cybersecurity perspective.
Excellent, excellent. That's pretty interesting. Mr. Ambarish, I mean, if you're talking about cybersecurity, obviously we also have to talk about the crisis that hits cybersecurity. What's your leadership compass to navigate through it? When faced with a cybersecurity emergency, uh, are there certain principles or strategies do you prioritize to ensure there is an effective and efficient resolution?
Yeah, so I think it's a very, very important question in today's world, right? Nothing has gone wrong so far. But if I look at, we do a lot of cyber drill, etc. What I feel is keeping calm at that point of time, okay, is very important. First thing. And plus, manage the communication well. You should clearly define that who will communicate to whom, vertical, lateral, down, below, upward, downward, and external, internal. And then third thing, you should take care of any compliance requirement to report to somebody. Okay. Fourth thing is you should guide. You should have hold of the incident, what is going on. If the team needs any help from the resource perspective, from the any support from management, they should reach out to you, or you should proactively reach out to the team or management for any help. You are thinking ahead. You should think ahead. What is next? Okay. If you look at 3-4 things, you can think only about these 4-5 things what I talked about only if you are calm. Okay, you get panicked because at that point of time you are center of attraction for everybody. Everybody is calling you. Okay, what is happening? What is the update, etc. And you should put that expectation very right. Okay, don't worry. We'll give you update every after 2 hours. You'll get an update. Don't worry. Here's the channel. What you're doing, and you are giving that update at regular interval. And if you are able to manage that communication, all direction, right? Well, and you have the clear guidelines that nobody else will communicate other than, and who should communicate to whom. If those things are sorted during cyber drill and incident response, probably you will able to handle it relatively well, because a lot of things are already against you, right? You don't know where they have what kind of breach has happened. You are trying to find out, you're trying to contain the damage, you are trying to think it should not, whatever the actions you have taken to remediate those incidents, right? You need to ensure that it doesn't reoccur, etc. So a lot of things are already happening against you. So why to create something else, right? That is the key.
Yeah. Excellent, excellent. I mean, obviously, in such a fast space, in such a sensitive environment, you've spoken about the most important aspect that we tend to forget is maintaining a calm, composed peace of mind. I mean, we can get into the technical jargons and all, but these are often the basics that we tend to forget. Amrish sir, I would like to stick on this question itself, considering your rich journey, drawing from your rich journey, uh, any golden piece of advice you would offer for the aspiring cybersecurity leaders out there, something that has been a cornerstone in your own career?
So I think couple of piece of advice what I have learned, I have practiced for self, what I've seen from my mentors from the industry is probably understand the technology well and cybersecurity holistically well. Okay, before you get into any leadership role. First thing. Second thing, if you want to be successful as a cybersecurity leader, as I said, you should be a good people person. You should know how to manage the people. Okay. If you are, my philosophy is you take care of the work, get the work done what you want, and take care of welfare what team wants. Okay. So that is how people will get motivated and they will go out of the way to help work, help you. Okay. A third thing is hire smarter people than you in your team. Okay. Have confidence in your team. and even if something goes wrong, take the blame on yourself and handhold them. They are your the thing that they are a part with it. Probably they are looking at you and from various aspects, and you should lead from the front. Okay.
Excellent, excellent. I mean,
Don't be
the
hurried
third
to
point.
get into the leadership role. That's why don't be in a hurry. Okay. You will feel confident automatically when you are probably you feel that I'm ready to take on next responsibilities.
Great, great. I mean, especially I was coming to that third point that you said, that hire smarter people. I mean, that's probably one of the facets or the fascinating aspects of a leader or the leadership that he's trying to instill in the culture of an organization. Mr. Ambarish, I mean, uh, we came to this conversation speaking about the leadership skills. I know we are falling short of time, and respecting your time, I want to move on directly to the final leg or the final question of this conversation. Um, any final thoughts or key takeaways you would like to share with your audience? Something to inspire or caution them in their cybersecurity endeavors? It need not be technical, it could be philosophical or moral or ethical.
I think it's important to be humble, be connected with your industry peers, understand what they are doing, and learn from their mistakes. Okay, have opportunity avenues to upgrade your knowledge, and keep reading books. If you probably we should dedicate some time for our own development, right, from the personal and professional both. Okay, and probably ensure that you know what is going to come, what is happening in the cybersecurity world, what kind of advancement is happening. Like today, everybody is talking about AI, ML, next generation, Chat GPT, etc. Bunch of things, right? So, what is how the cybersecurity is going to be disrupted next 5 years, 10 years, right? And start thinking, building upon uh, what kind of the entire industry is going to take a shape, and what you will do, what you think that you as a CISO, a leadership role, what you will do in that scenario. Okay, and I think that is what I think. Thinking ahead, think ahead.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And there we have it, folks. I mean, our cybersecurity UDC with Mr. Ambarish Singh comes to a close. Mr. Ambarish, thanks for navigating us through uh, the complex yet the fascinating world of digital security. I mean, especially your insights from cultivating a cyber secure culture to handling crisis and prepping for future threats have been invaluable, considering you have touched as a leader. You could have gone into the intricacies, but you tend to make people aware of the basics that we tend to forget. Congratulations again on your CISO of the Year award. It's clear it's gone to someone who not only secures the digital fort, but also leads with wisdom and wit. To our listeners, thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey on Boardroom Beats. We delved into the depths of cybersecurity leadership and emerged with a nice treasure trove of knowledge. Remember, whether it's balancing innovation with security or leading through a digital storm, it's key to stay informed and adaptable. This is something which I learned from Mr. Ambarish Singh over this very brief conversation that I had. I am Prasad, signing off. Stay connected with us for more engaging conversations that blend the serious with the spirited. It was great to have you, Mr. Ambarish Singh. Looking forward for more such conversations and collaborations. Thank you for having.
Thank you, Prasad, and thanks everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.